Hi, this is Tomek Sheehy of the Teaching Heart Institute. It's a very disturbing and scary time in our country, and I wanted to talk to you about a few things and also talk about a webinar that's coming up. First of all, I wanted to talk about anger because there is so much anger going on right now, and it's a misunderstood emotion. In some ways, it's got a bad reputation, but anger is a very healthy emotion when it's well used and when it's well expressed. And I don't see a lot of examples of that. And that's why it's so important to teach children and adolescents and as adults learn how to use our anger, the healthy energy of anger, for constructive and healthy purposes. The other thing I wanted to talk about is conflict, because often we dream about a just total peace, but that's not realistic. Our world, conflict's an important part of this world, and in some ways it's necessary to challenge us to learn and grow. And conflict can be used to deepen our connection with people. When we learn the skills of how to deal with conflict effectively, and that's the key. Most of us didn't learn that, and we avoid it, or we react, and negative things can come from that. So this Monday is Dr. King's holiday. He was a perfect example of how to use, because all of us have hurt deep down, pain, and we all have fear, and often that hurt and that fear and all what I call emotional pain often gets turned into anger in our society. And unless we address that deeper pain, the anger is going to keep coming out. The game is not only to address the pain, but it's also to learn how to use that pain and that anger constructively in our life. And Dr. King again did that. He was a perfect example of channeling. I'm sure he had hurt and a lot of emotional pain, and I'm sure he felt anger, but he used it for constructive purposes. And he used conflict again to try to learn and grow and become, as a culture and a world, a better place. I want to just speak for a moment about the limbic system. This is the right hemisphere of the brain. That's our emotional side of our brain. And pretty much the United States is living down in the brainstem, which is physical survival, and the limbic system, which is our emotional area, our emotional survival, and how we work with emotions. And this is where anger is. And there's a organ on both sides of the brain, but mostly in our right hemisphere. More importantly, in our right hemisphere is something the size of an almond, believe it or not. It's amygdala. And that's the alarm that sets off when we're scared or angry. It sets off the fight, flight, or freeze response. It gets us ready to primed, and it shuts off our cortex where we think, and it gets us, the limbic system just gets us into that mode of fighting. And that's where we are right now. A lot of the United States is stuck in the limbic system and the brainstem. And so it's so important that this time is an incredible time to learn and grow, especially if you're a teacher or a parent. The lessons that your students and children can learn right now are profound about how to deal with their anger, how to deal with conflict, so it doesn't turn into violence. And to learn about the brain, because that helps kids and teenagers and adults understand where this anger is coming from, and it makes it a very normal, grounded thing. This Tuesday, in honor of Dr. King, in honor of sort of to address what's going on in our country and to use it well, I'm going to have two webinars on Tuesday afternoon after school. And so please look down below, and I hope you sign up for either one. Or two different time zones, because I'm going to be sharing information, but taking questions and comments from you, and maybe a discussion, so we can come together and connect on this topic and use it well right now. So please sign up. I'd love to connect with you. And until then, take care and be well. See you. Bye.